Yeah, blessed, just waiting for the family to step in. Yeah, let's say just waiting for the family to step in, and we will begin this live proceedings here. Blessed love to each and everyone. As I said, we are just giving thanks for the life giver and the keeper of life, and somewhat looking to make sure everyone is in the house. Family, what is taking place here at the moment, we are really preparing, as many of you would know. We are prepping ourselves, getting ourselves together for our lecture this evening, the presentation of the lecture this evening. And if you did not know, we'll be having a very special online presentation this evening entitled Fairytale, Folly Days, and Nursery Crimes, the Firing Squad edition. And this is why we are having this special Tiger's Nest episode here. And this one, we actually broadcasting this on the YouTube at the same time as well, streaming, and wherever else it may be streaming, depending on what our engineers may be dealing with. But for sure, as I said, it's all preparation, and the mind is there, the thought is there for the presentation this evening. I'm already giving thanks those of you who have not received your link. I am positive that your link is on the way. We are scheduled to make that presentation at 7. That's in the next 25 minutes. Let me just say now, it may be a tad bit off, maybe a 7:15, but it's all good. And let me just highlight for those who may be lacking information and what I'm talking about. We are having 3 dynamic online lectures, the first of which begins in the next half an hour or so, next 45 minutes max, which is Fairytale, Folly Days, and Nursery Crimes, the Firing Squad edition. So family, I mean, that's where all the energy is for tonight, you know. So I'm glad that you are here right now. But if you have not already secured your space with us tonight, I mean, I think this is the chance now of the lifetime. All you have to do is visit our website. Those of you who are watching us on the YouTube, I have the link for the website just below the video. Just visit the website and press it. Pardon me. Those of you who are on Radio Anu, definitely you are already on the website. So all you have to do is to go into the region that you see marked lecture room or lecture hall, and you will see the choices that you have there as far as preparing yourself to be a part of our lecture tonight. So it's going to be a very wonderful sit down. It's only $20 for family, far right? Yes, it's only $20 for you as you step in with us. And it's just mystic. Just this morning, listen to me good, just this morning. And what I'm going to say now, family, because I know, in all honesty, sometimes some of us we're a bit touches and don't understand the message that is being expressed. So I'm just saying that what I am going to utter to you, even at this moment, I would consider it really a teaching moment. Now, this this morning on our program, Serengeti, we were talking about, loving yourself. And Serengeti, that's a program we do every morning at 5:30 Eastern Caribbean time. So that's what we deal with on Serengeti. I know some of you have never sat with us in the Masai Mara. That's Serengeti. Serengeti is totally different than any other program we do. It's even different than Kidemi, the Sunday morning's cup of tea. Serengeti is not about history. Serengeti is not about philosophy as such. Well, not theological philosophy or religious philosophy for sure. Serengeti is about you believing in yourself. Serengeti is a program that is to affirm who you are. So that is why it's really an exercise program. It's definitely not a gossip program. That's why we say we leave the news and the blues to the other folks. So you come in Serengeti and it's all about affirmations and positive vibe and putting away all negativity. That's what it's all about, and it assists you in getting your day started. So this uprising, we had a nice piece speaking about loving yourself, and it was also speaking about relationships, and some individuals, they may be seeking love, which of course they can nothing can be wrong with that. But many of us, we overlook that the main person that we need that love from is ourselves. you know and that is why I always say, if someone asks you for a glass of water, if you do not have a glass of water for your very self, you do not have a glass of water or even a drop of water to give them. Yes, in your heart you may want to give them the water. Oh, I wish I could help and all of that, but if you don't have it, you cannot pass it on. So it's the same thing when it comes to love. It's the same thing when it comes to appreciation of yourself. That is why one of the exercises that the lady was saying this morning, something that we speak of from time to time too, is to sit in front of a mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself, not I love myself. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to someone else, and tell yourself, I love you. And mean it. Look in yourself's eye. That's what the reflection is there for. And say, and call your name, whatever it is, and say, I love you. And really love it. Not mean it, but love it. Mean means you mean, but love it. And at the same time, because when you tell someone the same thing, hey, I love you, it's like the water. It's like an empty glass. If you cannot give yourself the same love, it's impossible. It cannot happen. You ain't got none for yourself. How can you give someone else? That's why if people know you have money, people come and ask you for money. Can you lend me 100? Can you lend me 500? I need 10,000 to borrow. And they know how much you have. Nobody gonna come to you and ask you for $10,000 when they know you don't even have two. No, trust me. So you cannot give. You may want to give them 10,000, but you don't even have 2,000, maybe even 200 for yourself. No, I'm serious. So it's the same thing with the love. So the point I am making here is that we have to develop. Well, I don't like develop. Develop. We ever hear Indians that develop? Develop, develop. And develop is really have to break things down to develop. But we have to evolve. I like evolve really. Evolve is like devolve, develop, without the D. Into evolve into a higher state of appreciation for self. For self. Trust me. For self. Love self. There have a few songs, pop songs, entitled "Love Yourself." I think they're talking about something else, though. But we're not into that one at all. So, but it's about showing appreciation for yourself. So now that comes down or comes around to the point I'm making with the value of self. And as I was saying, this uprising on Serengeti now, I was speaking actually about the lecture this evening and the lecture tomorrow, and the lecture on Sunday. Of course, definitely, for sure, our faithful followers and patrons and loved ones for sure will be sitting in tonight with us. But I know there are a lot of ones out there who could sit in, but for whatever reason they don't sit in. Now, what I'm saying, family, I just want you to get this clear. And I want, before I go further, I'm in no way trying to express as if what I have to offer is more than anyone else, at least not in this conversation here, just for the conversation's sake. But I'm saying now, as you could see, we do online lectures, eh? So we're having an online lecture in the next half an hour. And for you to see the online lecture, you pay $20 to get it. $20. Okay. Now, some people ask, why would I do that? I don't want to go too deep into that right now. But it's work we're working too. We're also working as well. But listen to me, family. This is how we show, one of the ways we show the value for ourselves, the value for you. And it also, I want you to follow me good, it also gives you an opportunity to value yourself as well as to express value for what it is that we do. So you could, if you notice good, it's a circle. And this is a teaching moment, and it's a real moment too. Because even us as a people, as Black people, and we say we want to get together and we want to unite. I'm not playing around. There are a lot of things missing. A lot of things missing from us working together and understanding, supporting each other and Black business and all of that. We totally miss that. Trust me. You see, that is something that I preach all the time. Mind your business. Not in disrespect, no, but that's a program we had. We used to have a program. Well, we still do, but it's interesting. What fuels that program is people coming to advertise their business for free. And you do not get enough of that to keep it on a weekly level. Just imagine that. You understand? So that's mind your business, and it's about economic programs and things that have to do with finance. And to be very honest, I notice Black people they're not interested in those sort of subjects. Straight up, we don't do it for the likes, But if you check the views on our videos, those that have to do with the economy, like we just did one about how to gain 5 ways to gain income, something of the sort. That's a video you see, like the money chart and the golden coins. That has the least of the views amongst the views. I'm just telling you, we have a lack of interest. And we all want money and looking money and money, rent and this and car note and bills, food. But when it comes to, see, we want money, but we don't want an economic stability. We don't want financial freedom. Trust me, it's a difference, because we were not nurtured like that. We were not brought up like that. We were brought up to get money, paper, the literal paper, not understanding the importance of wealth. So even a simple thing like that, it affects us. Unawares, it affects us, how we operate, how we deal with things, and how we even value ourselves. And we try to hold on to some little paper and some little dollars, and sometimes we have plenty money in the bank, and them big wigs feeding off of the money we have there stored up, building hotels and building condominiums. Yes, that's why you need to get knowledge about what's going on. You give them 10,000 today, go back for it tomorrow and see if you get it. Well, Mr. George, you just came yesterday. I mean, come on. Well, of course, that means it must still be there. Okay. Tell you what, we can give you half of it 2 Fridays from tomorrow. And in the next 2 months, we promise you the whole 10,000. Yeah. Now, when you brought it for them, it wasn't no argument or anything. It was just, yeah, bring it in. Yeah. No, but we have to comprehend these things. But you see, we are trapped in this slave mentality and go along and just do what the master say. I always say, when Babylon begin to fall, a lot of us are going to try to keep it up. A lot of us are going to try to keep it up. So what I'm saying, family, just in reality, real talk, just to show you the value and why, as a teacher, and even the value I have from those who get the teachings. So we would do, I'm going to give you a real guesstimation. We would do 50 videos. I'm not lying. Yeah, people in the chat tell me if we're talking the truth. We would do 50 videos, and then we have a special online lecture. And I can tell you, without a doubt, the online lectures, they're more lengthy than the regular videos, even though some people all the videos long. And they're more compact because all is just, see, like I'm here talking. No, that's not an online lecture. This is a conversation with knowledge in between. Obviously, I know you're learning, but the online lectures are compact. And sometimes the online lectures are, let's say, $10. You know, we have, even when it's more than $10, we give you a grace period to say, hey, you can get it for $10 if you buy it before then. Now, let's just be honest. For whatever reason, whether you want to learn, whether you just find it interesting, whether you are a spy or a troll, you make sure you watch everything that I put up. Don't hold on. Your thing is on, that stuff with the bell is on. We call that thing there. Your notification is on, ding, ding, ding. You know what I mean? Give thanks, you know I'm very happy that you're there. Even the trolls, I'm so glad that you're there. Give thanks and yeah, and you share maybe, and yeah, give thanks. You understand? But now, so you watch all 50. And when the 51st come around and we say, okay, we're going to have an online lecture, just $10. The problem, you have the $10 to it. It's not as if it's something too far away from you. But whatever spirit grab you, it says, well, I will skip over this one. Now, hear me. Listen to me good. It's either there's a lack of value somewhere there. There got to be a lack of value. Either you lack value in yourself. Because if you value what is being said here in the Tiger's Nest, that you can make sure you're there for every session. You don't miss nothing. You know that. You know you don't miss a thing. You're not behind a no video. But the moment it says, well, we're going to have an online presentation here, something for those who are in the front of the class. I'll skip out that one. You don't even know why. You don't even know why. But you see, it is the way that we have been cultured. Because what happens there is not $10 now, $100 now. Trust me, it's not even $1. What happens there? We have now been given the test to value ourselves. You have also been given the test to value me. So, well, I mean, I'll pass. You would prefer to pass over that one, not knowing what you're missing. Remember, you're there for everything else, So obviously, you feel it's important to be here. But for that one, yeah, that ain't good enough. You're supposed to value yourself. You can't make them little money come between you and the knowledge that you know is grand. Yeah. Oh, well, just give it for free. Foolishness you're talking. I'm showing you now I'm valuing myself. Because if you don't value me enough to say, well, yeah, man, just $10. Let's go and sit in the lecture room with the priest. Well, trust me, maybe you're not supposed to be there. I'm being very honest. You got to value yourself. And that is what we were speaking of this morning, right there on Serengeti. So even as we're talking now, in a few minutes, this Tiger's Nest is over. And we're going straight into the lecture room. I mean, we have a massive presentation, myself and the youths, to give you. You see, we're talking about the mystics unravel. This is fairy tales. So those of you who have seen all the fairy tales, whether it's the one, the lecture in Tart Ola, whether it's fairy tales, the judgment, whether it's the online lecture we did about 9 months ago, whether it's all the series we have on the YouTube. If you notice, we put up a video today from back in the days with the Snow White. We had to make sure we refresh your memory. We refreshed your memory on the Knights of the Garter and even the paper and the papel. All of that is to refresh your memory for what you're getting in the main event tonight. So tonight, you might get a quick refreshing, but it's brand new stuff, things that you never hear come from the God. And it's very dynamic and it's very live and it's going to be very animated. That is why I'm encouraging you to bring the children, bring the little ones, bring the young ones and let them sit in and satir in. We're going to take some time to go into Peter Pan. What's the fella that named Peter Pan again? Barrier. Or Barry. Is Barry? I think it's Barry. Yeah, Barry. Now, this is the individual that is, responsible for Peter Pan. What do we really know about Peter Pan? What's the science about Peter Pan? If you read presentation there, what's her name? The Chalice daughter there, man. Chalice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, Chalice in Wonderland. The fella that, Lewis Carroll. He used to fondle with Alice, the real Alice, in real life, and her little sister. We went through all of that. I think we have that on the YouTube too. We put that on the YouTube. Yes, you can go right on the YouTube and see that. Chalice in Wonderland. It speaks about the author because you see, and we're going to get into that in depth tonight. That is really, you have to look at these things from the root. A lot of you study psychology. What's the psychology behind of this? A lot of you study Freud and them fellas there. What's the psychology behind, the story? And then you'll notice a lot of these people are pedophile. We're going to show the Ernie and Bert thing tonight too. Them things you can't nearly even bring them on YouTube. That's another thing. There are a lot of things you can't. Well, I can't bring them on YouTube. It appears like I see other people get away with that. Sometimes it's YouTube videos I quote from or even play, not even the video, but the audio. Them people take it down. Not because not because you're infringing on someone's copyright, but you're breaking the YouTube's standard by speaking of things that they don't want to speak against. That's just the truth. That's just the reality. That's how I see that it works. So we're going to be going into a few different things that I wouldn't really push here. For sure, we can bust it on radio and full time, but as we're streaming also to the YouTube at the moment. But Barrier in real life, was an individual who really was somewhat like he adopted to some degree. He adopted to some degree the individuals that eventually became the Peter Pan and George and Michael, and there's some letters that became unearthed about him, so we'll be getting into the letters. Like one of these, okay, this one says here, in June 1908, Barry wrote this note to Michael for his 8th birthday. This is 1908, yes. On me as one of your candles, the one that burns badly, the greasy one that is bent in the middle, but still, hooray, I am Michael's candle. Dear Michael, I'm very fond of you, but don't tell anyone, and these are letters that, recently became unearthed. And in the letters, we're going to give you in detail tonight, man. Don't worry. When you understand all these things, details in the letters, and you kind of connect them with the same story, the Peter Pan story itself, you can see the similarities. You can see where everything is connected. You could see where everything comes from. It's a oneness with Wendy and Peter Pan not growing old. There's a lot of pedophile involved in it. And we're going to really bring out all the racists and cartoons as well. And Bugs Bunny definitely will surely be on trial. Now, one of the mystics I want you to look forward to is how we break down the Superman character with the Smurfs, particularly Papa Smurf, and then how we break that down with the Zoroaster tradition, and of course Arua Mazda and the character known as Baba Yaga in the old stories of the fairy world, and how we link that with the god Mithras. If you don't know who the god Mithras is, we're going to show you all of that this evening, and you will see that this great god Mithras, who is very similar, he's one of those solar gods that is directly connected to the Saturnalia gods and all these other gods, where he is said to have been born on the 25th day of December. The same Mithras, who is said to have been born of the virgin birth. The same Mithras, who died and come back to life. The whole shebang, man. Mithras. You will see the connection with Mithras and the jolly old little blue Smurfs tonight. One of the giveaways right away, although there's so much more, but one of the giveaways is the hat that the Smurfs wear is the exact hat of Mithra. And remember, the Smurfs are not just the Smurfs, Remember, 7 Smurfs make gold, Remember, 7 Smurfs make gold. Remember, they live in the mushroom, which is very symbolic. That is, of the hallucinogen, the psychoactive, it's stargating and projecting and going into different realms. I'm going to show you how Roadrunner goes through the portals, and Coyote can't go through the portals. I explained that already a previous evening, but I'm going to show you that for sure tonight, all of you who will be there. So yeah, man, I'm just prepping. It's prepping, That's why we're just kind of keeping the energy with you. Anyone who is coming into the Tiger's Nest on Radio Anu at this moment, I would have already explained that the Tiger's Nest would have been earlier tonight, as we are just making space, to accommodate the official, the official presentation this evening, which is Fairytale, Holidays, and Nursery Crimes. And I'm speaking of the Firing Squad edition. Idi Amin will definitely be in the house. It's all right, man. Bring the young ones. They're going to love this and full enjoy this, and definitely something they will speak of even when it's done, because it's going to be so animated and upful. So I'm just looking forward. Remember what you have to do. If you are listening to us on Radio Anu and you have not received your ticket for tonight, all you have to do is just go to the area on the website that is marked lecture hall. You feel the earth shake there? Yeah. Oh man, the earth just shake a while ago. Earthquake. You go to the area called lecture hall. That was nice. And live and direct, the earth shake. Lecture hall, and you could purchase your ticket. And at the same time, what you could do as well, give down some Marcus Gabby passing through. Those of you who are here with us, you could visit the website. The link is in the description right below. Just below, you see the description. What time is shake? 7:01 or 7? 1:07. The link is in the description below. You're getting a call there. The link is in the description below, like everyone feel the earthquake. Yeah, man, see, because Fairytale is the firing squad edition family. I don't deal with the firing squad. I hope that you're coming through. Come right, you can come now. Even if you come after the presentation start, you'll be able to see the whole presentation from the beginning. You know, just click the button. If you have any problem, just email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Yeah, that earthquake is the sign for it's time to get working. Give thanks to the Black Christ in flesh. The Black Christ liveth and reigneth forevermore. Yeah, man, forevermore, you know. Holy Manuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari. I just I put the link again in the chat. You can just go in the chat and press the link, and you could go straight to the website. Love my family. Give thanks.